Hi, welcome to Wednesday. All right, we're not going to be doing circles today. We're going to be doing lines. And this has something for everybody. And it's what I'm doing, what this exercise is going to show you is adding and subtracting is actually just a way of counting on a number line. That's all it is. So now instead of saying, okay, 5 minus 3, that's 2. All right, so we're not even going to have to memorize how 17 plus 6 is, or 4 minus 3, or 4 minus 8. We're not going to have to memorize that. But I'm going to show you a visual method that you've all seen before, and I'm going to review it so you can actually see, okay, this is what addition and subtracting means. And when you look at something, it seems to make more sense. It does me. All right, the first thing I'm going to show you, it's called a tape, a tape measure. And this is a tool I use. It's a 25-foot tape measure, but it's got another actual name that nobody ever calls it that, but here's what it actually is. It's a number line. Let me show you. Here's a tape measure. It's been pulled out to a little over a foot. And I've showed this to you before, but this is, look at it. It's a number line. If we wrote this, put a line on paper and put little hash marks on it and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is what it's going to look like. It's just a metal number line. All right, now, let's say we're doing, you measure something, say it's 7 inches long. So you put this end at one end of your object, and it ends over here at 7 inches. Well, we want to, what we want to do with this is, such as a board, this is a common thing I use these on. Let's say I want it 5 inches. I don't want it 7 inches, so I know I've got to take 2 inches off. So I come over here, go up 7 inches. But I don't want it 7 inches, so I want it 2 inches less. I want it 5 inches, so I come back, I subtract or go left 2 inches. 1, 2. And that's where I'm going to make my mark, and that's where I'm going to cut the board off to. So the first number in addition or subtraction, think about that as the starting point. Well, let's say that we're starting at 5 inches. So that's, and say 5 plus 3. All right, so 5, and then 1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. And you knew that. But this shows you a way of being able to add and subtract without actually having to do a whole lot of math. All you're doing is counting hash marks going left or right. If it's got no sign in front of the number that you've written down, 5, that's also a plus 5, and or it'll be 7 here, and 5, and then if the number has a minus sign in front of it, a negative sign, then that means we count left that many. So we're starting at 0, and we're going up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 2, so we're going to count left 2 places. 1, 2. And so instead of having the abstract mathematical numbers, you've got something to visualize and visually see. Same way with a skyscraper. Now you're just counting at 0, which is ground floor, and you want to hit the 6th floor. Well, you hit the elevator number 6, and it'll show you the little sign above the door. It starts counting. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it'll stop at the 6th floor. Then if somebody gets on, they want to go to the 9th floor, then they're going to come in. They hit 9, so they're going to go up 3 places or 3 floors. 1, 2, 3 to the 9th floor. 6 plus 3 is 9. it's the same concept as going left or right, or addition and subtraction. It's either up and down or left or right. So now let's put this into practice on the exercise we've got. Okay. So let me start with Wednesday's sheet. This is the 10th. We're going to be doing both of these today and tomorrow. All right, so 8 minus 12. So 8, that's our starting number. All right, so with 8 as our starting number, what we do, we go over here, we find 8, and that's where we set our tip of our pencil down. And it's positive 8, so we start from 0. Then we're going to go minus 12, so it's a negative 12. So what we do from our starting number is count left 12 places. So 8 here. Then we start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So our final answer, since it's on the negative 4 here, that's our answer. 8 minus 12 is negative 4. All right, let's do one more. And I'm going to do this one down on the bottom. All right, so we've got our last, next to the last one here, we've got we're starting at negative 5. So we put our pencil down on negative 5. And then we're going to count 8. And it's got a positive number or a plus sign, so we're going to count 8 to the right. All right, so negative 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that gets us to negative 5 plus 8. Now we're subtracting 10, and so with the negative sign, we're going to have to count left 10 places from where we just started. Now this three is our starting point. And then we're going to go left 10 places. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our answer should be negative 7. Well, let's just think about that. Okay. All right, negative 5 plus 8, that is 3. 3 minus 10 is going to be negative 7. And that's what we came up with right here, negative 7. So this is a visual way, or a way you can actually put down on paper and just count hash marks. Once we start with our starting number, we don't care what these numbers down here are. Now we're just counting hash marks, which is what we did here. Negative 5, that's our starting number. Now, I don't care about what all these are numbers here. I'm just going to count 8 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I don't care what any of the numbers here are. All I care is what the next number here is, and it's negative 10. So that means I'm going to count 10 to the left. So that's what this top little squiggly line is here. And wherever it stops, that is my answer. So the only time we care about what these numbers are at the bottom is when we have our starting number and when we have our final ending number, which is our answer. Simple enough, huh? All right, so you give it a try. These won't take you long, but it reinforces the visual, the visual concepts of math. I need some help with some words sometimes. That's why I'm a mathematician. I don't have to use a lot of words. All right, guys. Week's halfway over. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the same thing. It's just counting little hash marks. I'm sure you can do that, and you're going to do well at it. So I will see you Friday.